Hello, my name is Mike Bennett. I'm a professional drummer from New York, working on a series of 5-minute-ish drum lessons. Today's lesson is just going to be on a couple exercises that I use, and this could be relatively new beginners on up to pros can come back to these every once in a while. Let's get to it. The first one is more of a finger exercise. It's just to build up the fulcrum in your grip. To give you an idea, your match grip you're holding this way. For this exercise, we hold this way. We're just rocking the thumb and the index finger. So it'll feel very awkward. You find yourself making adjustments. It's not about speed, it's about just do it for a little while, because it's not something you normally do. There's no practical application to this other than strengthening your grip. You see drummers sometimes losing a stick in the middle of a fill or something. This is the exercise that will help prevent that. It's just the rocking of these two fingers. You're not using your wrist, you're not using your hand, you're not using your arm. Just those two fingers. Sloppy. You start getting sloppy, adjust your grip, do it again. And then another thing is, it's not a long-term exercise. You do it for a little while. If you do it a few minutes, a couple times a week, eventually you stop doing it for a while and you start doing it again. The next version is I take, just to build up finger strength and not relying on your wrists and your arms and all that. Finger strength really does develop control as well as speed. So what I do is I go between the index and the middle finger, and I'll use, just from the bottom of the stick, I'll use just the middle finger against the recoil of the drumstick as the basis. I'm not moving the wrist, I'm not moving my arm, and I'm just bouncing it with the force of the one finger. Obviously both hands. And like I said, you can start off with some speed. It's not about sustaining this for a long time. If you start to feel any calluses or any discomfort in the fulcrum that's being created, you stop. You're not trying to develop calluses, you're trying to strengthen the fingers. And you can actually do these just with the butt of the stick against your palm as a exercise as well. And then I'll go to the next set of fingers and I'll do. Pushing the speed really doesn't benefit you much. You tend to keep the speed relatively slow. And it's just a repeat motion, and like I said, if it starts to get sloppy, and hypothetically we'll pretend I'm getting sloppy and I slow down to here, the point is now I'm still strengthening those muscles more than if I stopped. And you can do the same thing with the pinkies. I tend not to really concentrate on that much. You'll feel how weak your pinkies are compared to the other fingers very quickly. You should have your pinkies on the sticks, but they are the highest ratio when it comes to a normal grip. You should have all your fingers touching the stick. Other than if you're trying to do buzz rolls and you're purposely taking fingers off the sticks. Another exercise that I do, it's in support of the Moller method. The idea of the Moller method is knowing that you can, while you're on the way up, your wrist and your fingers can relax, and then when you're on the way down, that's when this wrist could be, the arm can be relaxing, the wrist can be doing its motion, the fingers can still be relaxed. And then at the very end, the fingers can supplement the wrist motion. Your average, relatively new drummer is working this way. The Moller method is working this way. You see, it's more like a whip motion. On the way up, you can tap and get a note out of a very quiet, not accented note. Now faster, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. I do the quiet note on the downbeat and the accent on the upbeat. So I'll do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and it'll be easier for you to make 2 fast doubles, similar in strength. The Moller method as it pertains to the hi-hat, you know, for fast 16th notes or even somewhat swung in a lot of funk music and things like that, if you're hitting the bridge of the stick on your downstroke and the tip on your upstroke, you're getting 2 different sounds, which is the normal hi-hat technique. And at speed, that is the Moller method. It's not as exaggerated as I was demonstrating. But the other version of it, to start 1, 2, 3, and 4, and creates a much better ability for you to change the feel up, and it goes to the right cymbal too. You can 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That'll be it for this lesson. It should be about weekly. I'm hoping to eventually make them weekly. If you like what you're finding, definitely check back, subscribe, get in on some of the newer videos that are coming out. And if you're interested in private lessons, I can do lessons via Zoom. Contact me through the email address in the description. Thank you.